Faith Kipyegon's powerful message is breaking the internet, but it's not just about medals. What she said could change the way young girls everywhere look at their future. Faith Kipyegon, the undisputed queen of middle-distance running, is heading to the Tokyo World Championships with history in her sights. Already a double Olympic and world champion, Kipyegon is chasing a rare and ambitious goal: to defend both her 1,500 meters and 5,000 meters titles, a feat no athlete has ever repeated at the world level. But for Kipyegon, Tokyo is about more than medals. Speaking to reporters ahead of the championships, she explained her philosophy simply. It's a mindset, also about preparation and being patient. It's all about what you want to achieve for the next generation to look up to you. For her, every stride is a message not just to competitors, but to young girls everywhere who see her as proof that dreams are worth chasing. From the start of her career, Kipyegon made it evident that she was not chasing short-term victories. Her training philosophy has always been rooted in consistency, not just bursts of brilliance. She believes that the difference between being good and being great is the mindset one brings to the track every single day. She has often repeated that success is not built overnight, it's a result of mental focus layered over years of work. That perspective has carried her to the very top of world athletics. Her mindset is not about chasing perfection, but about managing challenges with patience. In interviews leading up to Tokyo, she said that it takes years to reach the point where results reflect the work. She explained that even when form isn't perfect, or when a race doesn't go her way, she keeps faith in the process. That patience has been one of her strongest weapons, separating her from competitors who may look for instant results. Preparation is another cornerstone of her success. Faith Kipyegon does not train with the short-term goal of a single championship. Her preparation spans cycles carefully designed to peak when it matters most. She has spoken about how every run, every gym session, every recovery plan is mapped out with discipline. This preparation is not glamorous, but it is relentless. It's what allows her to line up at the start line knowing that she has done everything possible to be ready. The results of that preparation have been historic. In 2023, she set the 1,500-meter world record with a time of 3 minutes 48.68 seconds, a performance that stunned the athletics world. Breaking a barrier that had stood for years was not just about physical ability. It was the culmination of patience, training, and mindset aligning at the perfect moment. It was a record that validated her philosophy, proving that discipline pays off. But Faith Kipyegon is not defined by records alone. At the Nike Breaking 4 event, she attempted to run a sub-4-minute mile, something no woman has ever done. She crossed the line in 4:06, falling short of the barrier. Yet what stood out was not the result, but her response. Instead of disappointment, she spoke about the courage to attempt it and how trying itself pushes the sport forward. Her message was that failure does not define champions' attempts. By daring to try, she created belief not only in herself, but also in other women who will attempt the same milestone in the future. Her story is also defined by resilience off the track. After giving birth to her daughter, many doubted whether she could return to her best. Yet she came back stronger, adding more medals and records to her name. She has spoken openly about that journey, emphasizing that motherhood is not the end of a career, but another chapter that requires balance and patience. For many women, especially young mothers, her example is powerful. She has shown that responsibilities and dreams can coexist. This comeback changed her relationship with running. She began to see competition as not just about herself, but about the message it carried. When young girls run up to her after races and tell her she inspires them, she takes that as seriously as a gold medal. She said it herself, knowing she has inspired others is absolutely amazing. For her, inspiration is as important as victory. What sets Faith apart is how she talks about limits. After her near miss at the Breaking 4 attempt, she explained that limits are only temporary. "We are not limited. If it's not me, it will be someone else," she said. That attitude transforms how fans see her. Instead of a superstar who wins everything, she becomes a pioneer, someone pushing barriers for others to break. In athletics, where records are constantly under threat, this mindset turns competition into collaboration across generations. She often reflects on her own beginnings. Growing up in Kenya, she ran barefoot in the fields before she had proper training gear. Those memories remind her of how far she has come and why she must remain an example. She wants young girls in villages, whether in Kenya or anywhere else, to see her story and believe they can reach world stages too. Running is her career, but her mission is larger: to leave a legacy that tells young athletes that their dreams are possible, no matter where they start. Her journey has also reshaped how women in athletics are viewed. She has said repeatedly that women don't have to limit themselves. Her records, her comeback, and her persistence prove that barriers can be broken, whether they are physical, social, or cultural. That message resonates beyond sport. It challenges traditions and stereotypes, especially in communities where young girls may not always be encouraged to chase ambitious dreams. The Tokyo World Championships are more than another competition for Kipyegon. For her, they are a platform to continue sending this message. She is not going to Tokyo simply as a favorite for medals. She is going with the purpose of inspiring the next generation. She knows every stride on that track is being watched by young athletes across the world. She wants them to see that success is not just talent, but mindset, preparation, and patience combined. Her story matters because it is built on values that last longer than records. Records will eventually be broken, but the example she sets will continue to inspire. When she says she runs not just for medals, but for future generations, she is redefining what it means to be a champion. Her medals shine, but her message shines brighter. Faith Kipyegon's story is still unfolding, and Tokyo is another chapter. Whatever the outcome, her legacy is already secure. She has shown that patience is strength, preparation is power, and mindset is everything. She runs for herself, for her family, for Kenya, and most importantly, for every young girl who dreams of something greater. As she lines up in Tokyo, the world will watch not just a race, but a statement. Because when Faith Kipyegon runs, it is never only about the finish line. It is about proving that dreams, no matter how distant, are worth chasing. And for the generation watching, that may be her greatest victory of all.
Let's start in Paris, shall we? What was a huge night on the track at the Stade de France. We've just seen the 200-metre final. It was absolutely incredible. All the pre-race talk was about this man, the 100-metre champion, Noah Lyles. But look how far back he is from the man that stormed to victory.
They said he was quiet. They said he was humble. But one night in Paris, a sprinter from a small town in Botswana shocked the world. He didn't just win, he made history. How did this soft-spoken runner become one of the fastest men ever? The answer might surprise you. What made his win even more remarkable was the storm he had to fight through just to get there. Months before the Olympics, Lyle's mother passed away. The grief crushed him. He stopped training. He stayed in bed for days, unable to move, speak, or care about the sport that once gave him purpose. His teammates noticed. They came to his house. They begged him to come back to the track. Just stand by the side. Just watch. Slowly, something inside him began to shift. He started to jog, then sprint, then push himself harder than ever, because he realized something important. His mother would have wanted him to keep running, and he knew he had to make her proud. That fire inside him fueled every step in Paris, and when he crossed that finish line with history behind him, he didn't just win for himself. He won for Botswana. He won for every young athlete with nothing but hope and hard work. He became the first Olympic gold medalist in the country's history, and he did it with the world watching. But every champion has a challenger, and for Tobago, that challenger was Noah Lyles. Lyles was no stranger to gold. He was the reigning world champion, the face of American sprinting, confident, fast, and full of flair. But just days before the 200-meter final in Paris, Lyles tested positive for COVID. He still ran, but his body had taken a hit. He finished with bronze, unable to keep up with Tobago's explosive pace. It was a tough moment. For a man used to winning, it stung. But it also sparked something. A rivalry was born.
Noah Lyles takes home a bronze medal at the Paris Olympics after testing positive for COVID.
Lyles knew he had to come back stronger, and so did Tobago. They both returned to training knowing their paths would cross again. That rematch came in Monaco during the Diamond League. It was the first real showdown since the Olympics. The air was thick with anticipation. This time, Lyles edged ahead, winning the race in 19.88 seconds. Tobago came in just behind at 19.97. It was close, too close to call a true victory, but the message was clear. Lyles was back, and he wanted his crown. Tebogo didn't complain. He posted a picture of him and Lyles with the caption in Tswana, "Gwabe go Simolajul," which means, "Then it started." It wasn't just a race. It was the beginning of something bigger, a rivalry that would stretch far beyond the track. Next came Zurich, the Diamond League final. All eyes were on the two men. Lyles came out flying. He took the lead early and held off a hard-charging Tebogo at the line. The final times, Lyles with 19.74, Tebogo just 200ths behind. Lyles celebrated with 6 fingers in the air. It was his 6th Diamond League title, a record. But Tebogo was not discouraged. He praised Lyles for his consistency, but made it clear the fight was far from over. He knew what he was chasing, and he was getting closer. What makes this rivalry so captivating is not just the races, but the personalities behind them. Lyles is electric. He walks into the stadium with confidence, sometimes with music in his ears, a smile on his face, and all eyes on him. He thrives in the spotlight. He talks boldly. He celebrates loudly. And he delivers results. Tebogo is the opposite. He's focused, quiet, sharp. He says little, but when he speaks, it carries weight. He trains in silence and lets the clock do the talking. He doesn't flex or boast. He simply shows up and runs like his life depends on it. And in some ways, it does. Their differences only make the battle more exciting. 2 men, 2 styles, 1 lane to glory. And while they have respect for each other, they are not pretending to be friends. This is not a friendly competition. This is a real, burning rivalry built on pride, purpose, and a shared desire to be the best in the world. Tebogo's rise is a reminder that greatness can come from anywhere, from dusty tracks, from deep pain, from silent belief. He didn't grow up with the same resources as his rivals, but he has something else: heart, grit, and a vision that goes beyond gold. As the countdown to Tokyo continues, every moment matters. Every second on the track, every rep in the gym, every choice to rest or push harder. The margins are razor thin, and the pressure is growing. Behind the scenes, coaches are studying tape. Teams are analyzing split times. Strategies are being drawn. But once they step on that track, none of that matters. It will be 2 athletes, 1 dream. And nothing to hide behind. The buzz around this rivalry has reached a fever pitch. Commentators are calling it the showdown of the decade. Fans are booking tickets months in advance. Young athletes are watching, dreaming of their own moment. And both Lyles and Tebogo know what's at stake. Not just medals, not just records, but legacy. Who will rise? Who will break? Who will write the next chapter in sprinting history? Now all roads lead to Tokyo, the World Championships, the biggest stage before the next Olympics, and the question on everyone's mind is simple: who will come out on top? Lyles is chasing history. More medals, more records, more dominance. He has been on top of the sprinting world for years. He is a master of the curve, a finisher with few equals. But he knows Tebogo is different. Younger, hungrier, unshaken by the pressure, and getting faster. Tebogo, on the other hand, is chasing something deeper, his first world title, the chance to prove that Paris wasn't a one-time miracle, that he belongs among the greats. He is not just running for gold. He is running for meaning, for legacy, for a promise he made to himself when everything felt lost. The world is watching. Fans are choosing sides. Some love the charisma of Lyles, his confidence, his presence. Others are drawn to the quiet storm that is Tebogo, his calm, his drive, his story. But the beauty of this rivalry is that it's not about hate. It's about greatness. 2 athletes pushing each other to new heights, making each other better, showing the world what is possible when talent meets heart. As Tokyo 2025 draws near, the tension builds. Every interview, every training video, every race adds fuel to the fire. And when the starting gun fires, all the talk will fade away. It will be about 2 men, 8 lanes, 1 goal. There is no script in sprinting, only seconds, only steps. But the story those seconds tell can last forever. And whether it's Tebogo's rise or Lyles' legacy, one thing is clear: we are witnessing something special. Because sometimes, greatness doesn't come with noise, it comes with silence. A silence broken only by the roar of the crowd and the sound of victory. Letsile Tebogo is no longer just a quiet kid from Botswana. He is a champion, a symbol, a rival, and in Tokyo he will run not just to win but to remind the world exactly who he island. And Noah Lyles? He will be right there, pushing, racing, chasing. This is more than a race. It is a moment, and the world will be watching.
So we're away, a clean one now, a really good start across the field, but he's about to launch out of the track here now. Gout gets up on John, moves past John. He can't be stopped. He is incredible. 10.17. The future is here. You just watched it. 10.
Gout just said what no one wanted to hear. The fastest teen in Australia has made a move that's shaking the whole world of sprinting. This isn't just about speed, it's about what comes next. Coaches are worried. Fans are stunned. And what Gout revealed has sparked the fear everyone hoped would stay quiet. Gout is 17 years old. He is from Australia. He is going to race in the World Athletics Championships in Tokyo. Gout will run the 200-meter race. This is his first time at a World Championship. It is also the first time so many people are talking about him at once. Gout is the youngest runner on the Australian team. The big races will happen this September. The heats for the 200 meters are on the 17th of September. The final is on the 19th of September. Gout broke a big record before coming to Tokyo. In June, he ran in a race in Ostrava. It was part of a famous track meet called the Golden Spike. Gout ran 200 meters in 20.02 seconds. That was the fastest ever by someone from Australia and from all of Oceania. He beat the man in second place, Rainier Mena, by 0.17 seconds. Mena is a top sprinter from Cuba. The man in third place was from Britain. His name is Nathaniel Mitchell Blake. He ran 20.60 seconds. That win shocked people. But this was not Gout's first fast run. Earlier, he ran 20.04 seconds at the Australian All-Schools Championships. That made him the fastest under 1.8 runner in the country's history. He also ran 100 meters in 9.99 seconds in Perth. He did it twice, but the wind was too strong, so it did not count as a record. It was still a big deal. People started comparing him to sprinting stars. At a school race in Queensland, he ran 100 meters in 9.94 seconds. It was hand-timed, so not official, but still super fast. Gout was born in December 2007. His family is from South Sudan. He lives in Brisbane now. He shares a room with his brother. In 2024, he won a silver medal in the World U20 Championships in Lima. He ran 200 meters in 20.60 seconds. That same year, he signed a deal with Adidas. News reports say the deal is worth about $6 million Australian dollars. In another big meet, he ran 10.17 seconds in the 100 meters. It was an under 1.8 national record. He also ran 20.04 seconds again in the 200-meter final. In April this year, he ran 19.84 seconds for 200 meters, but the wind was too strong again. The record did not count. Even with all the fast times, some people still didn't believe it. Then Olympic champion Letsail Tebogo said, "He is the next big thing for the continent." At the Ostrava race, Gout said, "I felt stronger in training these last couple of months. Another national record. Pretty happy with that. It's not a bad first up in Europe." His coach, Di Shepherd, has trained him since he was a kid. She is known to be tough. She says Gout can win Olympic gold someday, maybe by 2032. She also says he grew a lot this year. He went from 180 to 183 centimeters. That made her change how they train to keep him safe. Gout's running style has also made people talk. Former Olympian John Stephenson said Gout floats when he runs. He said Gout has strong ankles that help him run faster and stay fast longer. Even with his speed, Gout is only ranked 20th in the world this season in the 200 meters. He trains in Florida sometimes with top sprinters like Noah Lyles, but he still goes to high school in Ipswich. He had to miss school to run in Tokyo. When he runs, people show up. One event in Melbourne sold all its tickets. That had not happened in more than 20 years. Another race in Stowell had double the normal crowd. Even with all the fame, Gout stays low-key. He drives a Hyundai i30. He said he has been treated differently by some people. He talked about racial profiling. He said it's hard when people look at you like you don't belong. He also turned down a big chance to race at the AFL Grand Final. He wanted to stay focused on Tokyo. The Australian team picked 88 athletes for the World Championships. That is the most ever. Gout's name was one of the first announced. The team also has 5 relay teams. It's the first time Australia has all relay teams qualified. Other big names on the team include high jumper Nicola Olislagers and pole vaulter Nina Kennedy. Track bosses in Australia say Gout brings a lot of excitement. They hope he shines now and again at the Brisbane Olympics in 2032. News from Reuters said his rise happened fast. 1 year ago, most people did not know his name. Now he is one of the most talked about runners in the world. Fans are waiting to see what happens next. All eyes are on Tokyo. Gout is ready to race, and what he does next could change sprinting for good.